Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor!
I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 31, recorded on May 18th, 2008. I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson.
I'm Eric Fullerton.
I'm Spencer Williams, and I am playing Conan right now, so, you know.
Put down the sword.
I can't. And I don't have a sword, I have a giant hammer.
So you've been playing
and it's awesome.
The Age of Conan O'Brien.
Completely different game, but oddly enough, just as fun.
Holy crap.
In the year 1400.
Nice.
Anyway, welcome to Control Point, a nominally Team Fortress 2 podcast. And I don't know, do we have a briefcase skit? Or?
We do. I have it here, but it's dripping in blood and ichor.
And nipples. Oh, wait. Maybe it's not quite dripping.
I think it's
Dripping
important
in
to
nipples,
point
wow.
out, while I hold this bloody briefcase, that Brent has made us a sequence of 4 frozen margaritas in a row.
Yes.
And I had
Very
about
impressive.
3 or 4 before I started that. So.
Yeah, I gotta get some scotch.
Well, okay, hold on. Let me wipe the stuff off here. There's some stuff.
Blood and gore.
Yeah, okay. Let's open this up. What do you see in there, Mr. Eric?
I see a vampire bat. That's what made the little squeaking noise. I also see lots of new things.
Is there a severed head in there?
Oh, severed heads, plenty.
Awesome.
Lots of nipples as well. So we have new mods, new maps, new videos, new contributions, and new nipples.
Hey, where did that come
Hey,
from?
who wrote that?
It wasn't me.
I didn't do it either.
It wasn't me either.
It was me. I just said it wasn't me. I mean, it wasn't me.
The first rule of Nipple Club is you don't talk about Nipple Club.
Nipples.
Crap, there goes my essay.
Okay, anyway, Brent, have you gone first in a while? We've been making you go last, haven't we?
No, I think I've been going first for like the past 3 months, ever since that Uber service
Actually, he
crashed.
went first last week, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, then, Eric, I think you
Wes.
Me?
Wes, you were not here last week
That's true.
Okay.
because you were quote-unquote sick.
I
and
was.
You
I still
quote-unquote
am.
had stuff coming out of your nose and
the bird flu.
quote-unquote dying in a pool of your own vomit. Yeah, whatever. Go first. How was your week?
Well, I was sick, and it sucked.
What kind of sickness is this?
Well, I had a pretty nasty cold. It had me run down really, really bad, and I was phlegmy, and like that Sunday, instead of podcasting, I slept about 8 hours during the day and 8 hours at night. I slept about 16 hours of that day away, laying on the couch. And I still have a little bit, so you can sort of hear a little, you know, and I'm phlegmy and it's gross, and yeah, I'm still sick.
Was it weird not to podcast on Sunday?
It was not weird not to podcast. It was really weird listening to the show without me in it.
Yeah.
Did you miss us?
Well, it's not that I missed you. I missed my ability to contradict what you were saying.
Yeah.
You know what? I agree. It was weird to listen to, but it was also kind of nice.
Well, other people have said that as well, but I'm going to argue because there were so many things I would have been like, I'd add this right there if I were there, and I would fix what's going on here.
Yeah. Yeah, the same thing happened to me. I guess I missed 2 episodes. Brent, I don't think you missed any, and Spencer, you have a clean record as well, right?
No, I've
it's-
missed
it's- yeah.
missed 2.
Did you?
I missed one when I was I think both of them were right when I was moving because
right.
It's the control freak in me.
It's true.
yeah.
Like, I'll probably get a divorce before I miss recording a podcast.
Nice.
And I would like to present to the court what is this, evidence number A?
Number A.
Man,
You're good at this. You should take your LSATs.
How was your friggin' week, Wes?
Well, okay. I did get on one night and I played, and I had a good time. And I played with we had 3 hosts on at 2 different points in time. Me and Brent were playing, and then Spencer popped on for one match, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, he left us.
I know. And then later on, Nailhead showed up.
Yeah.
And we played for a good chunk of the night. And there was only moderate tomfoolery. There wasn't that much, bombing and teleporting and.
Yeah, I think Source Mods was broken, so we couldn't do any of that.
Yeah, but
that's why I left.
But it was it was a good time. I did play one new map. I played Protect the Intelligence or Protect the Data, Protect the Intel,
Protect the Files 3.
Protect the Files 3. Which is about one of the silliest maps I've ever played.
Hey, it's a neat concept.
It is. It has some potential, but I was nonplussed. Spencer's mooning us on the camera. But we did have a good time. I did, however, learn something about. I was having a great night because I was playing medic on Dust Bowl and I was in the number 1 position and I was healing up a lot of stuff and I was getting achievements left and right. I got certain achievements that are kind of hard to get and I was very proud of myself. And
got them in the legit way, huh?
Yes, I did. I still have not farmed a single achievement. Every achievement I have gotten is from doing something I would have done anyway.
Nice.
I don't even know what the achievements I don't have are so that I can't pollute the pool by artificially trying to initiate them.
Well, it's good to stay legitimate and
ever
ignorant.
I think that just more seems like randomly playing the game and eventually you'll unlock something by accident.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That seems pretty lame, actually.
Well, I think that I'm the anti-farm.
Like if you were playing WoW and then just like one day you were playing, then all of a sudden you grew a third arm.
Actually, I'm gonna.
You'd be like, "What the?" And they're like, "Oh yeah. If you just farm these things, you would have had it 5 years ago."
See, I
sounds
disagree.
more like Warhammer. I don't know. Third arm. That's Warhammer territory right there.
It is. No, it's more like playing WoW and worrying about your loot and going and farming the same 20 mobs for 2 hours rather than running adventures. You know. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Like
just nod your head
farming
and say yes.
Farming Kara for what you want, or wait 3 years and never get it like you're doing.
No, but I am getting it. I'm just.
But
we'll
never get all of the achievements. Wes.
I am not intending to get all of the achievements.
It's kind of like your gloves. You got your gloves from Curator yet?
Huh?
Your gloves from Curator.
I hate you. That was just mean. Why did you even do that? That was so mean.
It's an analogy.
No, it's not. That was just really spiteful.
If you went and farmed Kara, you would have your gloves.
I have farmed Kara.
And if you went and farmed T-Fortress, you would have your Uber sauce.
And I had more fun playing WoW naturally than I have farming for stuff.
Okay.
There's one key difference between farming in WoW and farming in TF2 I just feel like I should point out. Farming in WoW involves days worth of work. Farming in TF2, you can pretty much get everything in 1 or 2 nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true.
Also, farming is an integral part of WoW. And TF2, I would not call it that. So.
But
it is now.
Yeah.
I heard about all the people doing all their, achievement farming, and I decided this was something I was going to try and see how it happened.
And just y'all all know that Wes looks down on all of y'all.
No, that's not it at all.
I think everybody already knew that.
Had nothing to do with farming.
Man, I see how this goes.
Sorry, Wes, you weren't here for all the hate last week, so it has
built
to
up.
get piled
I know.
on. Yeah.
Well, I know. I wasn't here to tell you there are 5 control points on Warpath, and there are, 5 control points.
Yeah, keep talking about Warpath. It still sucks.
Okay. I did, however, after I'd had this great night of, getting achievements and playing a medic and doing a great job and defending Dust Bowl and blah, blah, blah. Then we got to Protect the Files 3, and I realized how quickly my enjoyment of the game can turn if there are snipers involved. And it got to the point where there were 2 snipers standing over on that stairwell on the other side, just shooting people left and right, and it annoyed me so bad that I basically said, I will not stop until I make their lives miserable.
Thank you, because I was getting shot too.
Because what I did was, on that particular map, I went scout. And I hauled ass across the map, zigzagging. They're standing on the stairs. I run up and I just shot them with scatter shot every chance I got. And as long as there were snipers shooting, I would go scout and I would go kill them in that area.
And then double jump on their dead corpse.
And it didn't matter if I died as long as I killed them. That's all I cared about. I was going to take them down and give my teammates a moment's respite. So basically, I'm getting so annoyed at snipers that I'm willing to ruin my own game to remove them from the game.
I like that. So it's like those who snipe, and those who can't, scout. I like it. I like it.
I see how this
changed the
goes.
metagame.
No, I could snipe. I just don't enjoy it. That's a different thing. I could go into the sniper sub game and play that all night long. I've done it before.
But you did it. You just played it with a different class.
Exactly. I went, I'm like, okay, well, at least with the other class.
And I'm saying I appreciate it. Because I was sick of getting shot in the head every 5 seconds walking down a hallway.
Yes. Because
jump.
That little walkway over there and the little thing. And I tried first going soldier and getting on our side and just rocketing that whole walkway, the whole time. Yeah. But you run out of ammo too fast and then all they got to do is peek up and headshot you and you're dead. That was that's my new sniper response is the scout. Lastly, I found out that Blizzard has downloadable versions of their older games on their website.
That's a very dangerous thing for me.
What you do is you go and register your old game keys on the Blizzard site, and you can download StarCraft, Warcraft 3, and Diablo, although the Diablo 2 content is not downloadable yet. So I broke down and installed. I've had scratch StarCraft discs for 5 years. And so I downloaded StarCraft and I figured I'd play through it. And I don't really have much interest in doing multiplayer. I probably will eventually. But I've been playing through. I'm going to play through the campaign again.
Are you going to move to Korea and become a professional StarCraft player?
No, my micro isn't good enough.
But no, I do not. I no longer have a copy of StarCraft, and I've actually been kind of jonesing to play it, with the StarCraft 2 hype machine starting up. So I keep gravitating towards that Blizzard download page and then gravitating away as quickly as possible. So
you should get it. I've been playing this week too.
Shh! Don't say no, not gonna pay money.
They might have it on Steam.
No, they don't. If they did, I'd already have bought it.
They might. You should look again. See what games are on Steam that you don't have. Go ahead, look now.
Shut up. They just released a whole bunch more, and I haven't bought a single one yet. So
the last thing I did was I got into the early adopter program on Age of Conan.
Yay!
And it was kind of funny because Spencer and I, basically if you pre-ordered Age of Conan, you got a little card, and you could go to their website and type in the code that was on there, and you were eligible for the early access program for $5. And it opened 3 days early, and it's kind of like a soft opening, and it is kind of lame to pay $5 for 3 days worth of play, but at the same time, we were itching. And Spencer and I were all like, oh my God, I can't wait. And I really didn't even know anything about the game, so I'm not really sure why I was so excited.
Yeah. But I think you're the highest level out of the three of us right now.
I think I am.
Oh yeah, highest level. Not highest level of excitement. I think I'm still the highest level of excitement.
It's true. It's true. So anyway, so it was funny because it was supposed to open at noon on Saturday, and Spencer and I are online, and I'm like, 15 minutes. And we're all like getting worked up and typing messages back to each other. And then it goes, it's going to be another 3 hours. No! Right! And Spencer had something to do that night, so he's even more frustrated, So then it comes to 3 o'clock, and Spencer and I we're like, downloads, yes. And then Spencer's download stalled, and mine kept going, and I'm like, I will beat you to Conan, Spencer!
And we're just constantly updating each other back and forth on the status of our patching. And we're like, no, I'm going to get in first! And
So we got in, and it's actually pretty cool. I spent pretty much all day yesterday playing under the watchful nose of my wife, who was kind enough not to look at me with disdain.
Your wife's a WoW player. She has no room to talk.
Well, but I played yesterday, Age of Conan. I played from 3:30 p.m. till 12:30 in the morning straight. Now, I did make dinner for my wife.
It was later than 12:30.
Was it?
It was 1:30. It was 2:30 my time when you logged off.
Ooh. Oh. Wow. So I was on longer than I thought I was. Anyway, but I'm a level 16 conqueror. Is that what I am?
Yeah.
Conqueror. I don't know.
Which kind of sucks because that's what I wanted to play, but
well, you still can be. I don't know if this is going to be my final character. This was just the first one I decided to play.
Are you a chick?
I am I decided to play a chick, and we decided. I came up with the Wes Wilson rule for MMO server selection. And the idea is that you pick the second to the last one alphabetically. So that way, anytime I'm playing an MMO, and the other thing is we're usually going to be PvE as well. So we picked the PvE servers, and we picked the second one from the last one.
Which is Wakana, I think.
Wakana.
Which my wife was like, ooh, that's the one I would have chosen anyway.
Wakanner.
And actually, the Gamers with Jobs PvE group has picked the same server, and I have talked certain people in Huntsville who are playing to choose that server as well. So the Wes Wilson server MMO selection.
WWRSS?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, it's working.
Now, I have some Age of Conan stuff to talk about too, as does Brent, I'm sure. But one thing I wanted to ask, and this was not quite clear, are we going to start like a control point Age of Conan guild, or are we going to work with the Gamers with Jobs guild?
I have no problem with us making our own guild, especially right off the bat. It might not be a bad idea if we have enough people. However, and the Gamers with Jobs don't have a huge number of people there, and their guild is called the Legion of the Broken Oar or something like that, which I thought was kind of clever. Basically, you start off the game with a broken oar as a weapon. So,
or a bottle.
Anyway, I don't mind us joining them or doing whatever, because guild play is going to actually be important in this game, is it not?
I really don't know.
But we'll just see how it goes. I've got no qualms adapting.
You like them better than us, so you'll join them regardless.
It's not that I like them better than you. It's just that they seem to be more organized than we are.
They also probably don't make fun of it as much. I mean, really?
No, they do. I'm just kidding.
See, I was thinking we could just get all the podcasters into one guild and be like the pod or something.
Yes, the pod people. We can do it.
Okay, is that your week, Wes?
Yep, that's my week.
Okay.
Spencer, you want to go?
I could go.
Hey, yes. Spencer.
Are you a goer?
Yeah.
How was your week?
My week was okay. That's pretty much all I got. No, I'm kidding. The big news for me as far as the podcast this week goes is I spent several nights this week training my studio, and it leveled up.
Yay!
Ding!
It is now, I believe it is now level 4. Which means I'm just high enough level that I can take it out and get killed by random mobs. But anyway, I got a real desk, which, if anyone cares, it is a cherry top desk. Not that it matters because it's covered with a blanket.
And he was playing. He was playing on milk crates, right?
I was no, they were packing crates.
Oh, okay.
The move. So that's a big improvement. Also, I got a boom and a suspension mount for the mic, so it's much more comfortable. I don't have to lean over on the table anymore to talk into the mic. I just have it right in front of my face. And so, yay for me.
Hooray!
I still haven't padded my walls, but I'm going to do that. Hopefully not next week, but the week after that. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. In other podcasting news, one of the guys, and I don't have this in my week, one of the guys that I play D&D with is really funny, and he can rant like no one I have ever heard. And he has this scream that elicits giggles of hilarity from me every time he does it. So I'm trying to talk him into coming over and like doing a 5-minute rant for a podcast every week. And
Nice.
I would like to call it. His name is Donald. I would like to call it Donald is Angry. So hopefully I'll get him over here. Let's see. What else did I do this week? I did not play a whole lot of TF2. I only played on the one night. I logged on, and it was on Badlands. And I kept getting stabbed in the back by a spy, and I wasn't having any fun, so I quit. And I think I'm going to have to just go ahead and go on we've all done it at one point or another, on a little TF2 break. I'm a little burnt out on the game. So.
Getting stabbed in the back and shot in the head burns you out pretty quick.
Yeah,
the
last couple times I've gotten on and played, other than the farming achievements, I haven't had a lot of fun. So I'm officially going on a TF2 break. Instead, this week I played Diablo 2, which I reinstalled and have been playing a lot of, and I've also been playing Age of Conan. My main character's name right now is Martja, which was the name of...
Why did you choose that name?
It was the name of my shaman in WoW.
I know. And did you think it was a particularly good name?
I'm playing a bear shaman now.
Hey, I am too.
So
yeah. I like the name. Shut up. But I'm really excited about Age of Conan. It's probably... I was looking forward to this game releasing more than any other game since TF2. That's how excited I was about it. So I've been playing quite a bit.
Can I ask you? I'm really, I knew it was coming out. I knew people were saying good things about it. What riled you up about it? What got you excited about playing Age of Conan?
When I got in the open beta and played the combat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really, really like the combat, and I like the art style, I like the aesthetic. I'm not a huge Conan fan, but I've always sort of, liked it as the... I like an MMO that is not based in any way on Tolkien. That's nice.
Okay. I can buy that.
And so that's really it. I want a new MMO, and I want it to be fun and continually exciting, and I think that this has the potential to be like that. That's really it. I mean,
okay.
I can't.
I just was curious.
I
because I had not really. The only thing I had really heard about it was that it was going to be bloody and there might be some nudity in it, and that it was.
Oh, those are both bonuses
sold.
too, by the way. Yeah.
but additionally, I had heard. I mean, I knew the company that was making it was good, but I didn't know anything about the classes or the races or anything like that, and I was excited just because everybody else was excited. I mean, really, I'm gonna fess up. I was excited because there was a palpable sense of anticipation around me.
I'm pretty sure that all of you got interested in playing it because I talked about it so much. So
I don't remember a thing that you said though. So obviously, I wasn't paying attention to you like usual.
Clearly. But last night on the I did join the. I got on and sent a message to Wes, and he said, I'm on the Gamers with Jobs event server. So I went ahead and joined that. And I joined in and said hello and was playing for a bit. And then I realized, wait, these guys have no idea who I am. I should probably say, oh, yeah, I'm Spencer. I'm a friend of Wes's from the TF2 podcast. And who was it? Who's the...
Certus. It was Certus.
He was very funny. He said, oh, yeah, I know who you are. I could recognize your trademark enthusiastic voice anywhere. Like, great. Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
He also, and I'm probably stealing their gold. This will probably be on their podcast too. He came up with a donut analogy for the classes in that game that I thought was hysterical because
let him take that one. It was good.
Okay. Well, then I'll do it next week after it's already come out. Anyway,
yeah,
keep going.
But basically, Wes is right, and he has this analogy where all of the classes are donuts. So that's where we'll start with that one. If you want to know more,
I was too. I was like, wait,
hey, don't do it. I'm going to.
Nope. All I'm going to say is, if you want to know more, tune in to this week's Gamers with Jobs podcast. There.
They record on the same way the same day we do too. So
yeah, I know.
Anyway,
that's all I got.
Okay,
that's it.
Eric, you want to go next?
I hear Eric has 2 whole index cards this week. Is that true?
Yeah, they're labeled 1 and 2. I will start with number 1.
No, start with 2. No, really, start with 2.
You want me to start with 2?
That would just really.
Let me start from the very end. The last one I have noted here on page 2 is that I kicked someone for the first time ever in TF2, and that person was Yamhead, and it was awesome.
You kicked Yamhead.
Why?
He asked me to.
Oh.
Well, that's
it's not that exciting, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, go to the next one.
It was something that has to do with like he was ghosting, or he couldn't quit, or something. I don't know. I had to kick him for some reason.
Sure, you didn't.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Sure, you just didn't want some attention.
Maybe, I don't know. He was playing a lot of music that night, like a lot of stripper music and stuff. Anyway, so last Sunday, after we recorded I've been playing GTA 4 with Will and beat it. We just kind of traded off back and forth, and then towards the last end of it, Will was really into it, and then just beat it. And I did some reading on the physics engine, and discovered that they used the Euphoria engine, which is really cool. I didn't know anything about that. Go to naturalmotion.com and check out the demo video of how the physics work. It's basically a body movement synthesis technology that's amazing. And I knew playing GTA 4 that something was just very natural and felt right about the body movement. And I knew it wasn't motion capture because everything was so dynamic, but anyway, check that out because that's pretty neat, and that's part of what makes GTA so cool.
I should play more of that, but now that Conan's out, I probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, I was just in for the single player, so I'm done with GTA 4. Forever. Anyway, Savage 2, I downloaded that, and I think I've come to the conclusion that it's just a little too much game and not enough fun.
There may be something to that. There's a lot to it, and I've gotten to the point where I can have some fun playing it, but it's nowhere near like TF2 levels of fun.
Yeah. It was interesting. I mean, I'm not disregarding it totally. I mean, I still have it on the computer. I still have a couple hours left. I think they give you 10 hours or for 5 hours or something like that.
5 hours, yeah. Except on the demo account, you can't turn into a demon, can you?
No, you can't.
Okay, you see, that is awesome. Being a demon is awesome.
That has something to do with the Hell Gate or the Hell Basket of Puppies or whatever.
The Hell Basket of Puppies.
Real quick, from the real-time strategy portion of the game, there is you can build a Hell Gate once your minions, which are the rest of the players, have cleared off the NPCs guarding it. And every time you kill another player, you get a soul. And if you control a Hellgate and you have enough souls, you can go in and you can turn into a demon. And there's 3 different kinds of demons, and they're all awesome. They can't block, but they can't be blocked either, and they do phenomenal amounts of damage. And when you turn into a demon, if you're like the big demon, the one that costs 20 souls, the entire lighting on the entire stage goes red, and flames start flying through the air as you like crush over to the enemy base and start waylaying on them with fell abandon. It's really cool.
Now that's cool sounding. Huh.
That sounds way cooler than Savage 1, which I played and I thought sucked.
Which is now free.
I thought it sucked too. I did.
Never played either one of them. So.
Another cool thing about Savage 2.
I used to call it, I want to play some Savage. I want to be Savage. I thought that was funny.
The tutorial was really cool because it was voiced by Total Biscuit, and I'm a big fan of his. If you don't know, he did a lot of different shows, Blue Please, Epic, and things like that for WoW Radio. And when I heard his voice, I was like, hey, that's him. Wow, this is really cool. Only other time I ever really got excited about voicing during a tutorial would be Spider-Man, when Bruce Campbell did it.
Yeah,
did the voice, which was awesome. So I'm a fan of tutorials. Anyway,
Savage 2 has a good tutorial too.
It was great. Yeah, I mean, it was intuitive and nice. And they let you mess around for a while, and then he'll come back up and say, "Hey, by the way, if you want to just go ahead and skip this crap and go on to the next chapter, then click this. If not, you can just sit around and mess around. So I messed around for a long time. Let's see, on Monday I tried out a couple new maps on number 1. I uploaded a lot of maps. I don't have a list of maps that I put up there, I don't think, no. But Oil Rig was one of them, or was that one of them? I don't remember. But anyway, Oil Rig has a big elevator, and it has this a vent, like an air conditioning vent that you can only go one way. And it's very amusing trying to go the wrong way in the vent. Have you guys played Oil Rig?
I have not.
Nope.
It's a big ship. It's an oil rig basically out in the middle of an ocean. And we thought it would be funny because to everybody get under the elevator, both teams, and get squished by it, because you couldn't help but just get squished by this elevator anyway. And it's a monster elevator. I mean, not only having an elevator on a map suck, but having a gigantic one the size of a room really sucks. So both teams, red and blue, everybody got under this elevator, and then when it went down, it squished both teams and annihilated everyone. It was a good way to go out, because there's no winning on point 3 on that map, by the way. It's kind of like Warpath in a sense that it never ends.
Oh, so it sucks?
Yeah.
We're gonna have words.
It looks so good. It looks so much better than Warpath. But okay, we'll talk about Warpath later. And I played a lot of Warcraft 3 this week. I'm doing the campaigns right now. I'm on the Night Elf campaign, where they introduce the Naga, and you can play as Illidan and all this and that. Let's see.
I replayed Warcraft 3 right before the expansion came out. And it's really cool because you go and you see all these, you fight, and the enemy generals, the heroes on the other side, have the names of like famous NPCs in World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah.
So, you're like, oh, wait, I know that guy. He's going to die later.
Yeah, exactly.
Never played it.
You never played Warcraft 3?
I've never played Warcraft 3 either. Me neither.
Played 1 and 2, but at that point I was done with single player games.
Which is weird because,
God.
like, having not played Warcraft 3, there's a lot of stuff about WoW that you would already go in knowing. Like, you'd already know about the Naga race being night elves. Like, Illidan was a night elf.
Yeah, stuff that doesn't really matter.
Well, it's lore stuff.
Yeah, it's lore and fluff.
It is, yeah. And like, but you have already seen, like, all the models. You've seen Murlocs. You've seen a ton of the stuff. You've already been to Silverpine. You've already been to... You've already met.
See, I think maybe
Kael'thas and Illidan. I mean, you've already seen all that stuff.
Yeah, I think maybe not playing that before. Or let me reverse that. I think not playing that. I think I would enjoy that game now more having played WoW.
Yeah, because
I don't know if I could say the reverse.
Oh,
Maybe
see, I loved playing
know.
Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne. Yeah. And when World of Warcraft came out and I saw stuff from those games, I was like, oh, wow, cool.
But it's just, I hear like every day on the forums, people, crying about how they messed up the lore on blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, nah, it's their lore. They're going to change it how they want to. That wasn't an RTS. Who freaking cares? Play WoW or go play another game. Like
I've always wanted to play Warcraft 3, sort of in the back of my head. I've just never really wanted to pay for it. So
well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
But now you can download it from Blizzard.com, so I may have to because I'm addicted to downloading games.
Wait, but you have to have a thing, right?
You have to have a code.
Where do you get the code?
I mean, you can buy it digitally. You can pay for it.
You can buy it digitally, so...
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So...
Let's see what
you're doing. I'm going to go look at it right now. How much...
Go buy it.
It's a single-player game. There's no point.
Go buy it, Spencer.
I enjoy single-player games, unlike people who hate all things that aren't whatever they... this analogy is dead.
It is.
Totally. I go both ways. What? Single-player, multiplayer. I don't care. I'll take it all in.
He's AC/DC with his vid games.
Wednesday or maybe Thursday played with Brent and Wes. You guys already mentioned that.
Yay.
Friday was interesting because you know what Friday means. That's CP After Dark. So I had my little spray, and it had the NG spray that says, "Look what I'm erecting," and it has a picture of a dispenser with a little, cop blur, a little pixelated thing. We stayed up very, very late playing, of course. There was a lot of F people on. And by F, I mean Focused Gaming Clan. from I guess it's focusgaming.com, right? These guys are really good. There was about 3 or 4 of them on that night, and it was a lot of fun because they would kind of stack. They'd be on one team.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Which is fine. It's totally fine because Friday night, like CP After Dark, as far as I'm concerned, it's every server is a fun server.
Yeah, but I see there's 2F guys, and they're really good. But I mean, honestly, I see it's like a heavy or a soldier or something with a medic, and that medic is glued to him. So it's like he's basically this guy's personal medic, and I don't know about that.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I mean, I do it when I go stack on another server with a friend too, but
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if I had my choice in general, like at startup, if when we were playing Dust Bowl, I'd be like, hey, you want an Uber, Eric?
Oh, right.
I mean, I would share my Uber love with the with the people.
Yeah, but would you?
I think
else?
that there's definitely something.
Okay.
There's definitely something to having a person that you play with all the time in that relationship to develop your own strategies to use it. And I've played with them before. They're really good. I mean, regardless of what you think about him just sticking to his heavy, they're really good players. So I have a hard time faulting them for that.
Oh, no. They can play all they want, and they do play well. All I'm saying is, heal someone else, too. That gun can switch to someone else.
You guys are really good. I really appreciate the strategies that you've developed, but you should change them.
But they're only good strategies for the 2 of them. You see my point? It's a team game. And 2 people does not make the team. Though it may help the team win.
It's not me, Fortress. No,
it's not iFortress. But there is an M&E in team, right?
So, CP After Dark. Okay, so we're all playing, and stuff, and out of nowhere, in this, I mean, weird things happen on Friday nights. One week it was, the heavies made out of bacon. Well, this week it's I'll just go ahead and sing it. Okay, now what this is it's I guess it's maybe a conga line of TF2 players, kind of like maybe traveling through a dusty place like Goldrush or something like that. This is something that just kept going. This came from Mukami Basi, and it was very infectious, and everybody on the server just kind of found themselves doing that, and one of the F guys changed his name to and it was so ingrained in everyone's head that I swear I woke up and that was just going through my head still the next day. Very, very odd things happen.
There is even a thread in our forums called
yeah. So that's it, and I'm going to leave you with a real treat. Go to limbogame.org and watch the trailer of this little game that is not out yet. It's fascinating. Okay, that's it. That's limbogame.org.
Sweet.
That leaves Brent.
That does leave me, and a long week of soccer. Holy crud. My son had his first double header Saturday. Now remember, he's 6. And they're throwing double headers at him already. But anyway, he won both
double headered monster?
Yeah. We won both our games. The second coach was a real jerk, so I stacked our team on him, and we just kept rolling them. Normally you're not supposed to do that, Naso. You're supposed to kind of play nice and, put something. But no, this guy made me mad. So I said, no, everybody staying in their positions. Keep scoring. Good job, guys.
Nice.
And so anyway, that was fun. But,
Brent, I have a comment. I think you're encouraging your child too much. You know why? Because you're always out playing soccer now. So what I'm saying is just dial it down a notch. He can occasionally sit down and watch SpongeBob
Nipples.
or whatever.
No, I'm showing him Conan now.
Awesome. Yeah. Teach him early about, how his God is an uncaring never mind.
No, you don't understand. Soccer is awesome for him because he's probably almost a bigger gamer than I am. Like, he is glued to his uncle gave him an Xbox, so now he's playing Xbox, old one, Star Wars and his DS, and
so he's moved past the Dreamcast.
Yeah, he didn't
I do understand. I do understand, Brent. I understand where you're coming from. I just think
you're talking about me.
That
I understand.
You are being.
I'll kick him in the teeth when I get home. Okay, understood.
Just tell him no more soccer. No more soccer until you finish, until you're level 70.
Got it.
Nice.
So, Eric kind of mentioned, well, everybody, I guess, mentioned we played together this week, and that was fun. And I put about 20 new maps on during the week on the server, and there's a couple pretty good ones.
What about Bathroom?
I'd never played it. I saw you playing it today, and I thought that looked cool, but that was one of them.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty neat. I liked Hotel Hell.
That was the Duke Nukem map, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because I jumped in when you guys were playing that. I don't remember the map. Maybe, I don't know particularly, but the textures, they were all imported from Duke, right?
Yes.
They look like
the
it.
red carpet yeah.
What part of that map would you say is good?
All of it, man. It ruled. That's the boobies on the tube, the water, the bathroom, man. They all they needed was a turd in the water. That's the only thing missing.
Oh, yeah.
The rest of the map was awesome.
Like CP Bathroom.
But what didn't you like about it?
Everything?
I did not think it was a good map. And I on a scale of 1 to 10, it's super sucky. But that's just me.
That's not a number.
Is that really high or really low?
Is that like an 8,
really low,
2 S's together or something?
No. Anyway, so Hotel Hell.
Hotel Hell, and then there was Cyberpunk, which I believe, and I'm probably going to get yelled at for this because I might be wrong, but I think Super Chicken Hunter was the one who suggested we get it. And so I downloaded Cyberpunk, which was made by the guy who made Mario Kart. It's very really colorful.
Really colorful.
There's not as many boobies and stuff in it, but it's really a fun deathmatch
This
map
is the
to run
booby
around
cast.
on. It is. And more nipples than you can shake a stick at. I don't know why you'd be shaking a stick or what stick it would be.
We should be shaking sticks at boobies.
I do.
Okay. So then we played Aqua and Egypt, which was, I think you put the first one on there.
Yeah.
And then they put the second one up there.
Yeah, I didn't. I totally didn't know there was a second one.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I thought it was pretty balanced.
It's 3 stages like Dust Bowl and a lot of fun and very beautiful looking.
Yeah, I think if you get a chance, run out and play it. It.
And it's a large map, too. It'll take a while to download because it's about the size of a Valve map.
And then the rest of the week, I guess, was after Saturday, was playing Conan 2.
Can we get Harble Hotel?
What happened? That's true.
On our servers.
Get what?
Harble, HARBL, Hotel.
I hope that's
Sure.
horrible.
Okay, I want that. on
Sure,
our
send me an email.
servers. Okay, I'll do
Or
it.
you can call in at the 256
Skype
513.
Or you can send us an email at cp@deadworkers.com.
Wait, are we wrapping the show up?
We gotta go play some Conan.
Or you can dig us, or...
I gotta go play Conan. I'll see you guys later.
No. We're wrapping up my week.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
what's that map that was the ABC one that we were playing?
ABC, easiest one.
And like,
Oh.
Do, re, mi.
I know the one you're talking about. Wow, that one... Oh,
Aqua?
Man, I wish I...
Aqua was fun.
no, it looked like a quarry with buildings in between. And like
It was very gravel pitish.
Yeah, one of the control points is on a platform, and the way you get to it is with two bridges.
Mm-hmm. Wow, if we had the chat room live tonight, we'd have the answer.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a great one.
Soccer?
No, that's
Did y'all play soccer?
no.
The
I
actual
played
map.
virtual soccer.
I can't even believe I didn't bring it up. Did you play, Spencer?
No.
Okay, so it's a big soccer field, 2 goals. There's a ball in the center. The goal is to hit the ball into the goal, and that's how you cap. But it turns into just a big death match, and everybody goes spy and tries to stab each other in the back as the heavy's sitting in the goal trying to block the shot.
I think I played
With your
a
melee
UT
weapons.
map.
Only melee weapons can move it.
I think I played an Unreal Tournament map like that. I think that it was based on a UT mod at one point. That was pretty fun, actually.
It seems like there's more maps coming out with movable objects like that. Like there was a billiards one that we were trying to play, but it kept locking up and kicking us out. But you tried to hit your colored balls into the pockets. Anyway, move on.
That's cool.
On the loudspeaker.
News and discussions. Let's see. We got new mods.
Yay!
Jolly Eskimo, Sigma Sign, Deg, Mint Condition, and Cardinal. So that's exciting.
And those are moderators and not like add-ons to TF2.
Yeah. Even though I had announced that we were making Jolly Eskimo a mod like a month and a half ago, I never actually got around to like mentioning it to Brent. So He was never actually a moderator. So now he is, and Jelly Eskimo is now a mod.
Cool.
Lol.
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 Joel.
Sigma sign, Deg, mint condition, and cardinal. Welcome, guys.
All right. Also, the Pyro Clinic took place on Saturday, I believe. It was the 17th of May. This was presented by Rasputin, Dog Meat Stew, Okami Vasi, Ninjef, Cyan, and Hole. And there is a thread that we will link to, and it has the demos of the demo files, so you can watch this clinic take place as well as all of the previous ones. They're all demos. And if you don't know what the class clinic is, it's basically a classroom, a learning experience where teachers line up and they show you things and try out things and experiment and that sort of thing. So it's not really playing the game, it's more learning and sharing techniques and things.
So it's almost like going to class, you come listen to the podcast. Mm-hmm. And you sit in the classroom and you listen. Then you go out to the real world, into the clinic, and you put those tactics to...
Kind of like a lab credit to go with your chem class.
Yeah.
Hey, and that reminds me, everyone that listens to this podcast, your essay is due on Thursday.
And don't forget to buy our book for the next class.
The next clinic will be the Scout, and that will be Friday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is presented by Exhibit A, Super Chicken Hunter, and Jolly Eskimo.
I'm the Scout, man.
So if you want to learn about the Scout, stick around on Saturday, or no, Friday. But,
Friday.
You can always download the demo if you are not there.
Yep. And let's see, we got a side discussion down here. There has been discussion in the forums about pyros and whether or not they require buffage.
No.
And the argument that is most, and I've heard this argument many, many times over the past few months.
This is the clan one.
Yeah, it's that nobody in clan matches uses pyros very much. And a lot of people think that it's an indicator that they are a worthless class.
I am actually wavering on this issue. I was originally a big proponent of no buffs for pyros, but the more that I've played, I don't know. It seems like, and this may just be this matchup. I play heavy all the time now. It's pretty much all I do. In a heavy versus pyro matchup, I win much more than I should, given my relative skill level to some of these pyros. And that may just be that matchup, but it seems like as an ambush class, the pyro should have a little bit more of a leg up on the heavies. I don't know.
It's funny because if I were to pull personal opinions into this, I mostly play a demo, and we have a huge gaping wound in our side that pyros are able to jump in and make our lives miserable. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think that pyros need a buff.
Same as soldiers. I mean, demo men and soldiers are so close on that.
Right. Well, but at least you have a shotgun. You can at least fight back, or if you hit somebody with that rocket, it's hard for the only way I'm going to get somebody at point blank off of me that's doing anything is to sticky the area and blow myself up.
You got a bottle. Pull that bottle out. Put it in their face.
See, it seems stupid to me to run towards a pyro.
Well, that's why you get killed by them.
What?
Oh, snap.
That's how, if they're on you and they're burning you, you're not going to get away because they're faster than you.
That's how I
So you put a bottle in their face and you kill them. That's the only way you're going to deal with it.
Yeah.
See, and my whole attitude is anything. If I'm running towards the pyro, I'm getting, because correct me if I'm mistaken, but pyro damage grows as you get closer to the gun.
That is absolutely correct.
And you're going to. I mean, that's just like saying, I'm burning. At least if I turn around and run 20 feet, some of my teammates might be there to help me.
Might's a big if, though, especially when you're playing with those
I don't
F
know.
guys.
But I mean, I'll usually, toss a bunch of, I'll usually toss a bunch of grenades around, and then I'll end up burning.
Well, I don't think.
Excited.
I do not think that clan play is a good indicator of whether or not a class needs to be updated. A lot of the people that play in clans hardcore graduated from either Counter-Strike or from the original Team Fortress Classic or Team Fortress. And they brought their tactics with them, and the Pyro is significantly different than pretty much anything else in either of those games. I know the Pyro in Team Fortress Classic had a flamethrower, but it wasn't really the Pyro's strong suit there. They also had flame rockets and grenades and all of that stuff. So I sort of feel like clans ignore them because they don't fit into classic clan matchup. Well, that's my opinion.
I think also another reason clans kind of ignore them is because a lot of times clans have kind of a limited roster. You know, if they go into a season, they maybe only have a certain amount of people that can play. And you need classes that you can play on any map, you know, where Pyros really aren't. I mean, they did better with some of the newer maps, but there's a lot of maps out there where Pyros aren't as good as other classes just because of how it's set up. So I think if you're doing clan matches, you know, it might be harder to put a Pyro in the mix if you got one guy that all he can play is Pyro, you know.
Another thing is, I think that a lot of clans choose their billets for precision. Like, the way that you're going to dominate as a clan is by each person fitting a billet and excelling at that particular billet. The billet for Pyro, which is, you know, basically harry the enemy, reduce their morale, get them to the front lines weakened, it doesn't seem to be something that you can. A lot of it is how well you're ambushing the other players and things like that. It's not something that you can practice by yourself and make sure that you're good at. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
somewhat. But like it's like the new maps. Like
but
Goldrush,
you can't practice by yourself.
Pyros are almost necessary. You know.
Yeah, they really are to clear off the thing. But back to Wes's point, I mean, you can't really practice Demo Man by yourself either. You cannot practice hitting a moving target with a grenade, you know.
But I guess maybe I look at it a little different in that the things you're going to do as a Demo Man, you know, the precision that you're going to need for focusing on that billet is something that you can practice alone, which is understanding where your grenades are going to go, how you're going to, you know, where they're going to arc, and understanding how to work with your stickies.
Okay. Do y'all practice alone a lot?
No.
I mean, I was just seriously, just when you said that, I was just like, you know, maybe I'm doing something wrong because
that's what I was wondering. I mean, where does practicing by yourself really fit into clan play? I don't know.
I mean, and maybe practicing alone wasn't the words I should have used, but you know, the idea is being a successful Pyro is often dependent upon what the other team does. If they're not doing certain things, Pyros tend to get weakened a little bit. Now, I think that Pyros are...
You could say the same for Engineer.
Well, yeah.
You could say the same for Sniper.
Yeah, I agree.
You could say the same for pretty much any class. I mean, so with the exception of soldiers.
Medics and heavies. I think that's one of the things. I think those probably are the classes you see the least in clan play, though. I think it's usually soldiers and Demo Man because they are so versatile.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because the Counter-Strike players are more comfortable with them.
Yes. But anyway, I don't think that Pyros necessarily need a buff. I think that the example that got given by Silver Chaos in that particular thread, and we'll link to the thread, is that there is nothing that will cause chaos while people are building up building up Ubers faster than a Pyro in their midst. If you light everyone on fire while they're working on their Ubers, you're going to end up with a bunch of people just shooting at shadows wherever they see it. And
I would also say that Pyros are the #1 cause of wasted Ubers.
I can buy that.
Yeah.
I can buy that. And if you can get a Pyro up close to a medic, it might inspire him to pop his Pyro faster. I mean, pop his Pyro.
Pop his Pyro! Pop his Pyro! Pop his Pyro!
Pop his Uber faster than, you know, and that is a very useful tool. If you can get the opposing clan to blow their Ubers at inappropriate times, that's a game winner right there.
True.
Okay. Eric, do you think they need a buff?
Discussion.
Just yes or no question.
Oh, me? Do they need a buff? Yeah, totally.
He's the resident Pyro.
Make them overpowered.
Sweet.
And then take it away later, but, you know, let us play with it for a few months.
So
well, they may be the next ones to get new weapons, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I mean, we already got the new sizzle sound. That's a nice buff.
Sizzle. They must have put that in there when they were working with the new weapons.
Yeah.
it's to make the bacon all the
Sizzle,
cook
sizzle.
better.
Bacon!
Maybe they're getting a frying pan so they can cook some bacon with some
Nice.
heavies.
Maybe this would be like a Cooking Mama sort of a game.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
We
sweet.
should start a Cooking Mama podcast.
We should.
Anyway, let's move on here. We got Reconnaissance, our map discussion of the week. And, yeah.
Well, okay, I'm going to pick on you guys. I actually like Warpath, and I actually would have had some good things to say about it last week.
We needed your positive input last week for sure.
And we are running very, very long this episode.
Warpath sucks.
That's okay. My week would have been Wolf sucks. And Spencer probably would have been with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to table Wolf, and we're going to move on to our listener contributions.
Cool.
Dun, dun.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun. God, I never get sick of that one.
I started reading this thread, and I was like, "Holy cow! What is this?"
Oh, this is funny.
There was this battle royale of sorts in our forums, and basically what happened was in the moderator board, Chaos put up a message that just said test.
And I was testing something.
What were you
What
testing?
were you testing?
Okay, so with all the new mods, I thought it'd be kind of a nice gesture to, instead of them having a name that was like dead or whatever, that if we actually put moderator next to their name so people knew them if they were new to the forums, you know. So they have a setting in there where you can make groups and then give them images for their names and, you know, a new title. And so I was testing to see if it worked, and it absolutely was not working.
I was about to say, I don't see moderator anywhere on any of this.
No, I made a cool little image for it too.
You're a ghoul. I'm clawing out of the grave. That's about it.
Yeah.
So I made a reply to Chaos's test with pest, insinuating he was pestering me. So Chaos replied with molest. I
you
guess
were molesting me.
because he wanted to molest me.
I would be willing to bet it was just because it rhymed.
So then
Anyway,
I said,
this whole thing just sort of barreled out of control.
next I said repressed, right? And Clyde said undressed. And it started going downhill from there until mint condition. Actually, Jolly Eskimo said, "Lest the zesty guests mess up my rest."
Ooh.
Yes,
That rhymes.
He upped the scale.
See what happens when you let all these people into the...
I know. I know. So then Mint had to add, and he said, "Surely you're jest, and yet you've obsessed with the best of the best. I'll never arrest this blessed duress, and so I'll now rest and not stress. You see, I'm the best, as my crest can attest. Your rhyming leaves me in distress, and now I'll impress all you as my guests as I saunter off to the west."
Nice.
And he is going to be horribly upset that you just gave away his password to the forums.
So then John Maz says word. Clyde went nerd. Sigma Sign said turd. Rasputin said turd Ferguson. It's a big hat. Jolly said you're all nuts, Erd. And then Nailhead
I had to call him out.
You want to read it?
No, you can read it.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you read it. You read
Okay.
it.
It said, "How absurd, fevered, your rhymes are blurred and unnurtured. Any dullard can spit slurred words, lest the songbird render unheard lyrical thunder. I'm not from Stanford, but my rhymes are structured, not tortured. It's been heard that I'm a wizard, my style is preferred, and twittered. This is a battle to mint the unheard, your days are numbered."
Called him out, yo.
So then Mint replied,
Can I interject here real quick? I just, whenever I read that or hear it, I just picture Eric at his computer on that rhyming word website, just picking out word after word and figuring out, okay, how can I use this word?
That's about what happened in real life.
We'll have a link to the...
Yeah. So the next one is actually audio. Mint Condition upped the ante, and what he did was he wrote a retort to me because I called him out, So, his audio was just him busting out some rhymes, right? And then John Maz, or DJ Mazzy Maz, busted out some nice, a nice beat, and then put his lyrics over it.
And we're gonna play it.
Here we go.
All right, Nailhead.
Yeah.
We'll kick it. Cause we're rapping like nerds, but yo, it all words. My skills are absurd, you turd. I'm flipping the bird, I'm still best, you're like third. Quit now and transfer, your honor deferred. Like a ham, you're uncured, your meaning's obscured, misheard, interred. Oh, bang, you got busted. Like an old Chevy rusted, you trusted your musty old skills and they dusted. Yo, Holmes, just give up, you ain't got it, just stop it. I'm the hardcore, nerdcore TF2 gangster with the jams that keep all the ladies bumping. And still they walk away from you and just dumping on the crap you call rap. Just give up for the night, cause you know, yo, bro, you're just way, way too white.
Oh, man. So I had to speak back with something. So I replied.
It is
with
true.
This.
You are too white. You are too white. But go on.
So I hit him up with this. Here we go.
Yo, men, peep this. My conscience crisscrossing, confusing my thoughts. I'm refusing to stop. I ain't losing the top. Why would I when I'm still introducing the plot?
You failed. Prepare for sudden death.
My pyro's scorching, making heads fry. Like my rhymes, fast and furious, like a drive-by. Noobs need not apply. You want the truth? I'll supply. Just stand by. I've seen you on 2-4 before. 30 minutes in, you've got 0 score. And your rhymes are about as exciting as my sock drawer. What's your NPC? Demo man? OMG! You're about as threatening as my granny, G. Second up, sniper? Really? You're about as accurate as a Valve release date. Learn to aim, mate. When using the scope, try and open your eyes. It's no surprise, my spy's in disguise, laying a knife attack in your back. Can I offer you some death and a side order of fries? Nailhead wins, mint condition dies. Just bow out and say your goodbyes. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry.
Padow!
So,
Bam!
We
Suck it, mint!
So, one-word posts on the forums not allowed.
That. So you hear
I don't
that,
know.
Mac
I
Edition?
think I
You
need-
can't step to this.
I would like to encourage more raps. Everyone that has a rap about how terrible a person either Mint or Nailhead is, please send it in.
Yes.
Yeah, are we going to change podcasting locations so we don't have a drive-by?
Oh boy.
It's going to suck when a mic comes through that window.
So, there is a tutorial here posted by Flaming Menace, and this is cool. This is how to preserve old demo files. It's pretty technical. I will definitely not go step by step explaining how to do this. We will link to it. But you can resurrect those old necro demos. Is that the word?
Necro.
Because, as we know, the last patch destroyed the ability to play old demos. And there's a lot of really useful ones, especially the old demos in the class clinics, because, that would render all of those useless. So, anyway, very, very good. Thanks, Flaming Menace.
I actually just found out that old demo files wouldn't work. And that shocked me. It just... I found that out last week when we were podcasting, and it shocks me. Shocking.
I don't understand why you wouldn't add backwards compatibility on that stuff.
For real.
I mean, it's a feature of... I mean, that is one of their products, Source TV. It seems like it would be in their best interest to make sure it always works. But,
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me and my old-fashioned making your products work with each other ethics. I don't know.
Stupid ethics getting in the way of money.
It screwed up a lot of machinists too. I heard a few horror stories from people on the forums saying that, oh man, they had to go back and refilm some stuff.
Oh wow!
I thought, oh man, that's
well. Now they don't have to.
But yeah,
they can preserve their old demo files.
Yay!
Well, yeah, I guess you could start back anyway.
Okay.
And the next thing here is what? Crow sends in an MP3 question.
Hello, Control Point. This is Crow again. Now we're spelling that C-R and then 8 O's instead of just 7, because I'm just 1 O better this week. Anyway, I thought I'd send you in a question this week, and I apologize now because it's a little on the personal side. But I was wondering if you could share some of the technical aspects of your gaming computers with the listeners here. I know TF2 isn't exactly a resource hog, but I'm just curious what upstanding community members like yourselves would be using for this game. Just so you don't feel too awkward, I'll actually tell you a little bit about the computer I'm using. It's actually a laptop with a 2.4 GHz Intel Core Duo processor and 2 GB of SDR RAM. But its best feature probably has to be the...
Okay, that is a very good question. What are our computers? What do we run? Oh, and did you notice at the end of his MP3 it crashed? So apparently he maybe got a blue screen or something. So our computers can play MP3s, and we can play games on ours too.
Yeah, I got me one of them fancy Winders machines.
Winders. So Crow uses a laptop to play TF2. You guys, actually, Wes, you don't play TF2 on your laptop, right?
No, my laptop would curl up in a ball and cry if I tried to run TF2 on it.
Your laptop is weak sauce. It's terrible. Yeah.
But you do, Brent.
Yeah, but
occasionally.
Yeah, my laptop's pretty good about it, though. I mean, it may be a lot of RAM.
My laptop can run TF2, but and I've played it on there. It's not nearly as pretty as my main computer. Which my main computer, I usually build all of my own computers, but this time with this one, I kind of needed a computer very fast because of school, so I had to go and buy one. So that's the one I've got an HP. It's got a dual cool processor, 2 gigs of RAM. It's got Vista on it. And I did add this. It's got a 8800 GTS 640 meg video card in it, which I'm very fond of.
I covet.
It plays just about anything as well as I want it to. So,
I have a computer I built last summer, and I tend to buy on the bottom end of the high end. So last summer I bought a 7900 GT. As my graphics card. Processor speed, as long as you've got the RAM, processor speed isn't as much of an issue right now.
No, it's really not.
I'm driving about 2.2 gigahertz. I've got 2 gigs of RAM, the 7600 GT. My only issue right now is something about the way Vista is doing my drivers does not make it. I can't change. I'm not getting window changing capability quickly. But I run TF2 perfectly fine. But Conan is sad. Conan does not.
I did want to
run.
mention. I knew you were having problems with that, and it's sort of a off topic here. But go upgrade your drivers. Your NVIDIA drivers, because I just got the most recent driver set and it did fix a lot of my performance issues. So.
Okay.
Eric, tell us about your beast.
Let's see. I have a custom computer I built and just continue to replace things as I need to. It is a 3.2 gigahertz, 3 gigs of RAM, terabytes of space. It is. Let's see. I have a GT 8800 NVIDIA GT, and
GT or GTS. Isn't it a GTS? You've had it for quite a while.
I don't even know. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think you have a GTS.
GTS?
Yeah.
Okay. I bought it when it first came out, whenever that was, and it was like $450. Now it's probably like free, right? Now it's like real cheap and crappy.
And it wasn't too long ago you got that. Wasn't it when we were doing the video for the Machinima video, somewhere around then?
I think so. Yeah,
oh, well, then it might be a GT. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty
I don't think the
recently,
GTs were ever that expensive.
Yeah, maybe a year, maybe less than a year, something like that.
My favorite part of your computer you haven't mentioned. I've got one of those worthless physics cards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the physics card. Let's see, what 3 games have I played that utilized that? I don't even remember. I don't even play those games anymore. But yeah.
There was Ghost Recon, Advanced
Tabula
Recon.
Rasa.
Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. There's a little Sierra game. It's a marble game that's really cool.
Leisure Suit Larry?
No.
Okay, Brent, what about yours?
Let's see. I play at home. It's a pretty old machine. It's just I pretty much just get Dell these days, it seems like. Because I used to, build my own machines, and I'm just not detail oriented, so I'd always like leave out screws and stuff, and just things didn't seem to work right. So, anyway.
So that explains a lot about our podcast.
Yeah. Nice. So it's just it's like a 2.76 Pentium, NVIDIA, and like the 5X range, and probably sucky like 5600 or something, 2 gig of RAM, and my laptop's 1.73 gigahertz with 2 gig of RAM and a ATI Mobility Radeon X300.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice list that you read out to us.
Yeah.
You're running XP, right?
Yeah, well, Media Edition.
Okay, that's what I'm running as well.
Yeah.
So, Spencer, what do you run? Did you say?
I run Vista on both
Vista.
my laptop and my main box.
Okay, so half the hosts here run XP and the other half Vista.
And I'm about to. Hopefully, I'm going to upgrade. I'm trying to talk my wife into it. We just had to get our roof redone. And I don't know if you've had a major insurance thing like that with your house yet, but when you do, usually insurance pays you more than you're going to have to spend. So I'm pushing for a new machine because mine is getting pretty old. So my big debate is go to Vista or stick with XP. So I'm kind of worried.
And you guys said that Age of Conan is your computers are kind of chugging on that. Is that because of video card?
Since I upgraded my NVIDIA drivers, I'm having no problems with it. And I will say that I'm glad I have Vista, if only for Age of Conan, because DirectX 10 is the particle effects are very, very nice in DirectX 10.
And see, I can't run. I'm only driving a 7600 GT, which doesn't do DirectX 10, so I'm not doing that now. I did notice that when I first ran Age of Conan, it set my resolution in the game equal to my resolution on the monitor, which since I'm running a flat screen, it's 1680 by 1050. Anyway, is that what it is? 1050?
16 by 9. Yeah.
But yeah, it was trying to run Conan at 1600 resolution. Yeah, that didn't work. So
I never run games at maximum res.
I always do. I can't help it. Yeah.
Well,
1600 by 1200. I don't do the widescreen thing, but that's what I run everything at if I possibly can. That's what's been killing me about playing Diablo 2, man. That's 800 by 600. Man.
Well, see, like 1920 is across on a widescreen, and I don't know. The frame rate on my computer, it can't keep up with that res, so I crank it down a little. Like maybe 1200 across, 1280 across, and then putting everything on high settings is good.
That's usually what I do as well.
Yeah.
Spencer, is your TF2 still crashing on exit?
Yeah, it does every time. Every time I quit a Half-Life 2 game, it quits and then it says Half-Life 2.exe has crashed.
Is Conan doing that too?
It did after the patch that came out today. It started doing that. Okay. It did not last night though.
Mine's been doing that. So stupid Vista.
Stupid Vista.
And then do you guys use dual monitors or singles?
I have a 22-inch widescreen flat screen.
I have two 20-inch LCDs.
19 and 17 or 19 and 20. I don't know.
You guys and your multiple monitors.
A 20 and a 22. Well, one's flat, or one's 4x3 and one's 16 by 9.
Yay, E-peen.
Surveillance.
So that was it.
My E-peen.
That's it. Yeah, was
E-peen.
Yeah.
E-peen.
Okay.
C-peen.
First off, we have a video. We have Meet the Red Team by Tim Hilkema. Alkema. And Lawrence Chase. And
Nipples. Lawrence Nipples. Isn't that a much better name anyway? Hi, I'm Lawrence Nipples.
Anyway, they Meet the Red Team.
And it's an excellent little piece of machinima, apart from the fact that they make blue look stupid.
Mm-hmm. Like
Which,
really
as
stupid.
we all know, is
it's
not
an awesome
true.
video.
Yes, it's not true.
It's a very good video. You should go see it.
Yeah.
Additionally, we have another video. There was a Goldrush review by an 8-year-old.
Yeah, it's funny.
I haven't seen this.
It's okay. I stopped it after a while.
8-year-olds usually annoy me.
He seems like he's reading.
Yeah, he totally is. I mean, he's reading from like a cue card or something that's right above the lens of the camera, so he's kind of not looking right at the sensor. And he's kind of stumbling over a few words and kind of rereading, so you know that he is definitely reading something. But I don't know. It's neat. I guess it's unique, right? I mean, when do you ever see an 8-year-old reviewing Goldrush on YouTube?
Yeah. So I haven't seen this yet. Do you see the shadow of his mean TF2 dad standing in the corner, coaching him along?
Well, one thing is nice is that it's not just a talking head. It is a talking head and a little PIP, like a little picture-in-picture kind of thing, superimposed over a demo of Goldrush. So. So you get the head and you get live action at the same time. So
I started up this video while we were talking about it just so I could see it, and I think it's very interesting, just in terms of being able to see the future of Duncan Wilson.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm trying to make him rough and tumble. Maybe I can keep him away from this.
Oh yeah, right.
We'll see.
The next thing we got here.
Those who don't understand, that's Wes's son.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. The next thing we got here, multiple soldier precision rocket videos. Let's see. We got. I don't know what any of these are.
The first one was Reptile the movie. This is
He's good.
This is been widely propagated. It's a soldier, and he's. What's really astounding is how many in-air shots he makes with enemies that are flying through the air towards him, and he
aims straight up in the air.
Yeah,
and he'll take into account how long it takes for the rocket to reach the moving object and the trajectory and everything. So, and what's really fascinating about this is it's not editing tricks. He's being completely fair. He will, in one camera shot, no cuts or dissolves or anything, he'll run up and he'll smack somebody with a rocket. That sends the person flying up into the air. Now he will aim up into the air and shoot, and right when the rocket, the rocket and the body impact at the same time, it's just like he's like a robot, and he'll go and do it again. Like if the person didn't die with that one hit, he'll aim again and kill him. And he'll do that over and over, and he'll just keep running on through doing this over and over. And you're like, what? It looks natural too, because it's not a aimbot aiming for the hitbox or anything, because it's not accurate. It's very humanistic. It's free flowing. It looks like a mouse. It looks like someone's really aiming.
And back in college, I played Unreal Tournament. This was 2003, not 2004, with a guy that was like that, and it was scary. You remember in the shock rifle in that game where it has the alt fire is the ball that goes really slowly, and then if you shoot it with the main fire, which is just a direct shot, it causes this big explosion that kills anything in the area. Almost no one used it except just fire the ball and shoot it immediately. This guy could literally shoot the ball, change weapons, strafe around, shoot like 3 guys with the rocket launcher, change back to the shock rifle, and unerringly hit that thing across the map to kill the 4 people that magically appeared around it. It was scary.
That's crazy. These people are probably really good at billiards, I mean, because it really takes that kind of knowing your trajectories and forces and everything. Yeah.
Now, there's another video here by TNT. This one, the Reptile video, Eric pointed out to me earlier, he'll do this twice in a row with 2 different people. Mm-hmm. TNT is a much shorter video. He has a couple of really astounding ones where he'll hit people twice in the air. So, basically, he'll have somebody Ubered flying towards point C on gravel pit. He'll hit them. They'll get knocked up in the air farther, and he'll turn and hit them again.
So he's basically air juggling these people. And the last shot, he actually hit the person 3 times in the air.
Yes, 3 times.
I mean, 3 times? That's awesome.
That is amazing.
This video is much more like... It's one particular sequence he wants you to watch. The Reptile video is much more immersive. You see, more gameplay. But the TNT video is good. There's also one called The Experiment. This guy plays soldier and demo, and he did a lot of hitting people in midair with grenades. That was very, very impressive.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Now, the main difference is with the grenades, hitbox stuff could be involved. An aimbot could have helped. So it's a little harder to judge that one.
Yeah.
Moving on, we are giving our shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
Our player.
Have we decided on a player of the week this week?
Yes, we have.
Have we?
We would like to give the player of the week to Deg. And this is in celebration of him getting married this week.
Congratulations, Deg.
Married to Ren, and they had a really nice outdoor wedding. There's pictures in the forums. I guess he's on his honeymoon right now, right? I guess.
Like outdoors by the bridge?
Mm-hmm. I have 2 for it.
Okay. Just making sure.
And Deg hosts the Random Chatter, Tech Chatter, and Movie
at the
Chatter.
Center Bridge.
Over at randomchatter.com. And Ren is also host, so you can hear both of them over there.
Yes.
So congrats.
We would like to give a shout out to the community from Ukamavasi for saving him from a burglary.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
I think I must have just logged off before that happened.
The story behind this is, for those that aren't in the forums, that he would normally be in bed at about 1 o'clock in the morning, but this evening at 1 o'clock he was up late on the Control Point servers and heard someone trying to get in his house, and went out and confronted them, and they ran off. So he believes that without TF2 and without Control Point, all of his stuff would be gone.
Yeah.
And we probably wouldn't know, right? The guy would steal his computer and he'd never be able to tell us.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be terrible.
We'd all be like, oh, whatever happened to Ukamavasi?
Yeah, we wouldn't have such great things as
Awesome.
That's awesome. So you don't need to get like Brinks or any kind of service like that. Just play on the Control
stay
Point
up all
servers.
night with Eric playing TF2.
Yeah. Beer in hand, mouse in the other.
And last thing here, Ash Williams.
This is my
Go
bad.
for it.
Ash Williams' band is not Dawn of the Dumb Blonde Dead. It is just Dumb Blonde Dead. And I said it wrong 2 podcasts ago, and I told
Where
him
did you get that from? Did you just... I'm just curious. Where did you get that?
Because if you go to MySpace, his MySpace name is myspace.com/Dawn of the Dumb Blonde Dead. So when I looked at the band name and saw Dumb Blonde Dead, I thought it was like, the shortcut.
Yeah.
I thought I was giving you the full name of the band.
You know what? Nothing against Ash here, but I think your name is better.
He also posted some new songs in our forums, and
very catchy tunes.
Yes, and you should go give it a listen because he's got some really high quality stuff.
Yes.
All right, some.
Are we done with shout outs?
Shout out to focusgaming.com. Those guys are cool.
Oh, hey, yeah, we put them in multiple categories.
Yes.
That's okay. We can deal.
We can.
Anyway, thanks for listening to another episode of Control Point. Let's see. What else do we have here? Nothing.
This is all the stuff that we say every week that everybody should know by now.
Yeah. So how about this? Let's don't do it this episode.
I agree.
That's it.
And, if they really need to, find out what it is, they can always just call us.
And if they want to just figure out what we're doing at all given times of the day, they can just go ahead and find us on Twitter and do that kind of thing.
Or they could go to iTunes and get one of our previous podcasts and listen to the end of that.
That's a good idea.
Or even give us a review on it. You know what I mean?
So we're not going to say anything about Dig on this podcast. Don't worry.
This is absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic, because I totally had something I was going to add to our outro here.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
But now we're not doing it, so I can't.
Well, what were you going to say if you were going to say it?
If I was going to say it, I would say that this will go out on Wednesday, which is the day after the Conan servers go live. And if you're interested in playing with us, join the Wakana server, and we will be off cutting people's heads off there.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And the game is just dripping with nipples.
Yes.
I don't know. They might have patched that one. Proximus top might fit well. You know, I bet on the other podcasts on the Dead Workers Party Network, such as TrailerTrash.talk.com, Random Chatter, Lost Chatter, Movie Chatter, The Zero Show, and World of WoW, don't have that.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Hey Control Point, this is SW2029. I've been on the servers maybe a couple times, but I'm calling this in, I guess, for one reason, and that is to prove you guys totally wrong on one of your previous podcasts. But I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, I was running down Orange X, and we were just kind of playing around, and I had a medic with me, and I was a soldier, and I was running in, and all of a sudden, I noticed that in the chat it said, as my name, as me saying it, it said the medic emote. And I didn't press this. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't press any buttons that I didn't mean to press. So I thought maybe it was because I was getting healed and I was kind of hurting myself in order to get the Uber up faster. And but you know, whatever, it's neither here nor there. But and I just kind of discounted it. And then later, when I didn't have a medic, it happened again. I noticed it, and I knew I hadn't pressed it that time because I knew there were no medics in the team, and there was no point to spamming chat with medic. So I thought that was a little weird. And then like a couple minutes later, I heard it. I saw it in the chat, and I heard it, but it was a pyro saying it, and then I saw a pyro with my name running away. So at this point, I'm like, okay, spies could do this, and I knew it was a spy, and I killed him, because it was fun. I hit him with a shovel afterwards, and just smacked him in the face, and told him to stop being a spy. And that was basically it for that. But then I thought about it, and I realized that, well, so spies can do emotes and they'll show up in the enemy's chat window, and I thought that was really crazy because even you guys had said that couldn't be done, or not specifically, just that it didn't happen at all. So I tested it, and the emotes work. They show up in the enemy's chat, and I never noticed it before, and I don't even think it worked before. I think it might have been an update or something, or maybe it's just something we all missed, but it's not apparently a good spy checking method. I just thought you guys should either A, know that, or just maybe talk about it on the podcast so everybody knows, or anybody that doesn't know does. But thanks. I hope you guys put this on the air or listen to it. That'd be great. But I'll see you guys in the servers hopefully, and I'll be listening to this podcast. It's coming up. One. Yeah. I'm done mumbling. Peace. See ya. Click.
Hey guys, Eric and Blast 22 here. PS3 clan's going strong, just to let you know. We experimented and we found it was a lot of fun doing heavy boxing matches on WoW. Also, we switched over to spies and had a spy war, which is actually a lot harder than it seems, considering that everyone's a spy and you just kind of have to shoot and pray that you're not wasting ammo. Another thing is, from Punjabi Fury, I heard him call in. He said he had fun playing, what was it, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. And I thought that'd be a great machinima for either a soldier, a pyro, or even a scout. And also, Another One Bites the Dust would be awesome for a heavy machinima. So just some ideas to put out there. Spread them around a bit. That'd be a great idea. I'd like to see that because Another One Bites the Dust would be good for a heavy, I think. Just some heads up on how everything's going. Love the podcast, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hi, it's Athron Talon here. I've got a couple of tips with Pyro. On Goldrush Stage 2 and 3, there's a left-hand exit from the attacker's spawn. If you're defending, it's really easy to take a medic and Pyro down that exit, pop up behind the attackers and take them out very quickly, especially if they're concentrating on taking down sentries. Most of the time they just don't see it coming. The same can work really well for the attackers, but you need to be aware of where the red team is. And if you're having problems with the sniper, try using your flamethrower as a smoke screen while moving between cover. It's been mentioned a couple of times in the forums by myself, mint condition of Vortex, but it works really well to block a sniper's view. Cheers.
Yo, men, peep this.
I approve. Even though you suck at rapping, like really, like you suck so horribly at rapping. Oh my god, you're bad.